Hi, this is Ruth, and I was having a swim a second ago and I had an inspiration to share with you about showing up and being happy with how you really are and who you really are, so that you don't miss out on experiences that come your way, on opportunities that present themselves to you. In effect, having self-esteem that says, this is who I am, how I am, and it's okay, I'm happy with it, any way it shows up. I've been watching other people present videos that look really good, and people present really well on video. It kind of was a little bit of a limitation for me, because I thought, well, I don't think I look good enough on video, and I don't know if I can do that, and I don't talk properly, and I pull lots of faces when I speak, and I realised I was comparing myself to something I'm not. And I made a choice to show up as I really am. And that's one of the reasons I did this video this way, with goggles on my head, goggle marks around my eyes, and having just woken up, I thought, let me do a video where I share with you about being yourself. Unafraid to be yourself. Unafraid to show yourself in all the ways that you do show up in your life, whether you're looking perfect, whether you're acting perfect. Showing up to every experience and bringing who you are to it, and knowing and trusting that you are amazing enough in any form you come in to be part of that experience. And I know that lots of times in my life I've allowed those thoughts of not being good enough, not being the right way enough, to limit my opportunities and my experience, because I've thought, if I do that experience, if I get involved in that activity, I'm going to look this way, and then people are going to think this about me, so I don't think I'm going to do that. And it's a gradual lesson that I'm learning, to say, actually, I know inside myself who I am. I know all the shapes and forms and characters I show up as, and I'm going to show up to this experience and take it for what it is for me on that day. Not for anybody else, but for myself on that day. And I think the way I did that was to finally realise, in hindsight, the things I'm missing out on by prejudging myself before an experience. I'd looked back too many times and gone, oh, if only I'd been more confident. Oh, if only I'd looked a certain way. Oh, if only I'd been brave enough to just do it. I could have done that experience and had that experience, and maybe that would have changed me in some way, and oh well, and I go, well, that's just how it's going to be. And I came to a point where I decided to stop doing that, just to say, enough. I want to stop missing out on experiences because I am limiting myself. And I want to encourage you to begin to think of the times when you have limited yourself because you think, oh, that'll mess my hair up, or if I don't have makeup on, people won't like me, or if I show up as my cranky self today at this experience, people won't like who I am. Those kind of thoughts, just become aware of when you're using them. Become aware of when they're popping up, and when they do pop up, silence them. It's a little bit of shh to those thoughts for a second, and think of the possibilities of having that experience rather. Think of the possibilities of finding a different part of you by being part of that experience, and see if that gives you a little shove into going, I'm going to go do that experience and just see what comes. This is Ruth, and I have been talking to you about showing up as who you are in the way you are at the time you are.